Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Jackson now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Quickly out wide, Atwell. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Off the play fake, Mon. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mon looks to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tutu Atwell with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Mon. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
With an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They go play action now. Jackson. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they... And this is caught! Touchdown, Chicago! Mecole Hardman, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Jackson now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They go play action here. Mon. He's got the hook up here into Deshaun Jackson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one, 32 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mon now off of play action. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go play action with Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson, they find some open field here. Touchdown, Chicago! Traquan Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And now off to the races, down the right side. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Swinging this out for Pollard. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Jackson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mond looks to throw on 1st down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tutu Atwell, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bucs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. The point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Second and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Chicago. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. This offense hoping to change that right here. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Freeman. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Now Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Traquan Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the gun, here's Mod. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Traquan Smith with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jackson now to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff for Etienne. And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Devin Singletary, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From his end zone, here comes Carter. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 1st down, here's Mon. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Mon. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. Mond out of the shotgun. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mond going to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the 1st half. Backups get to play in the 2nd. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Singletary trying the left side.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. I got left.
Mamba, quick throw, complete. Looking for Brown, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3 quarters have come. Gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Jackson throwing once more. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Kingsley Keke just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Run for Pollard. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good. 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jackson's throw here pulled in by Galladay.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Steps away. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with it.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down.
They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Mond. He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Pollard. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Jackson now.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now here's Pollard, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a give to Etienne. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. And his kick here is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. One last shot for Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly.